We in here. We in here. Y'all see that scroll at the bottom? Where that music come from? That you?
Oh yeah, my alarm.
Well, we in there. We live now, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. If you guys are in here, definitely log in, baby. Log in. Where is my channel at, dog? Oh, there it is. That's some weird stuff going on here.
Where we going?
We waiting on them to log on in so y'all can get in on this show. It's been a minute. We've been out for a while, so you guys just now, are new.
We just now getting
every Thursday. You got what?
8:30. Well, we here.
I know, right?
We back, man. We miss y'all. Hey, last one.
Oh, shoot, there I am. There I am. There I am. Okay. Here I is. That's what's up. Hey, you guys just joining in. Tap that chat button and let me know that y'all here. Give me some thumbs up. Give me some love. On Facebook, give us some love. Let us know that you're there. On Instagram, give us some love. That's right. Oh, should I have to hit the live on Instagram? All right. Let's go. Let's go live on Instagram as well. Show us some love, baby. Oh yeah, we in the house. We in the house. It's almost that time. We know it's been a couple of weeks, you know what I mean? Brother had a little vacation had to take care of, you know what I'm saying? So go ahead and tap in. Let us know that you're here. Let us know that you're here. What we got there? What we got there?
You know what I can't see is the comments.
You can't see no comments? What's up, Marlon? What's up with it, baby? You don't see why not, man? Why not? Work of art. I see you on Instagram. I see you, baby. Thank you for joining. If you want to comment, you can comment from there, or you can also comment on YouTube live on Fired Up Broadcasting. Search Fired Up Broadcasting live on YouTube. All right, I got you. What's going on over my Facebook over here? While you're in the house, go ahead and share, man. Go ahead and share. So letting people know that we're in the house. All right. Let me see here. Cousin Sharon, I see you. Appreciate you. Condolences go out to my cousins and their grandmother just passed away this past week. I want to say Thursday. It's been last Thursday. And so I just want to, give my condolences, because she's my grandmother-in-law as well, you know what I mean? And so we hope everything, goes well. Yeah, the funeral is this week.
What's the word?
This weekend. What's up? What is Venetia?
Yeah.
Did I say it right? Mm-hmm. You can't up Mahomes? Patrick, you kidding Patrick? No, I'm just messing with you. But tap on in. We're gonna give y'all only 30 more seconds, and we want to get this party started. All right.
We in here.
Work of art. What's up, man? Hope you're here to be able to comment on this show, man. It's gonna be live. You know what I'm saying? It's been a minute since we've been here, so. Bear with us for a second. It's about to go down in a few. All right. You ready? You ready, fat boy?
I'm ready, man.
All right, man. Let's go ahead and get this party started because, unfortunately, no. She said, unfortunately, no.
Well, all right. Gonna get it.
Here we go, baby. Let's go. What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome to Reasons on Fired Up Thursdays. It's your boy Fuel in the house.
Fat Boy in the building. You already know what type of time we on. We are here, y'all. I miss y'all.
What's up? What's up? I miss y'all too, man. It's been about a couple of weeks that we missed, but we needed a break. We needed a little break, you know what I mean? Family things to take care of, And speaking of family things to take care of, my son got married.
Yeah.
This past weekend. So I wanted to give a shout out and congratulations. Not that. There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Him and the wifey, just got married this past weekend, man. I'm proud of him. It was kind of weird though, man. The family, it was kind of like they were cool, but if you really don't know them, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like the good, it's a big event to start off to getting to know someone. You know what I'm saying? So it was kind of weird, but as you can see, she's a beautiful young lady. She's been having his back, he's been having her back for the last 7 years, and they finally tied a knot. Now they on some island. I'm kind of jealous, man. His way was better than mine.
Yeah, where did they go?
Some island, man. I can't remember what the island is or whatever. And the wedding was, the wedding was perfect. It was perfect. I mean, from the timing, the limo rides to the venue, everything, man, just went perfectly. You know what I mean? So I appreciate, their family as well as, putting this together and being so organized and not confusing, and not only that, my daughter was there as well. So I got to see my daughter and, them at the same time, which was very rare for us because we live in different states. You know what I mean? I'm in Cali, he's in Chicago, and Asia's in Florida.
Atlanta, Florida now?
No, Florida. Yes, she's in Florida. Mm-hmm. So, so that's another thing, you know what I mean, that was actually a good occasion for the week too. So love them, love y'all. Once again, like I said, congratulations. Let's give a shout out. Let's give a shout out as well to those that tapped in there. We're gonna hit y'all. Dewana, I see you, Dewana. Appreciate you joining. Of course, Marlon's in the house. Ronnie Ross is in the house. Thank you, sir. Thank you for the congratulations. I love the introduction. Congratulations. Oh, thanks, Moms. Appreciate you.
Thanks, Moms. Moms in the building.
Yeah. Little new something. You know what I mean? Hopefully it's enough to grasp everybody. You know what I'm saying? Hope it's something that's going to grab everybody to start, coming to watching the show. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's for. Mm-hmm. That's what it's for. What's been on with you, Fat Boy, before we get into anything real quick? What's been on? Everything good?
Work, man. Work. I don't know if I even said it. Fat Boy got a real job now. A career. And as not as if I have never had a real
you got a career.
Career now. So it's very strenuous. You ask for a job where you type all the time. It ain't all as cracked up to be now, but I love my job. Yeah. Yeah, but I love it, man. I love what I do. So that's exciting, getting up to go on to do something, to get paid to do something you would do for free, really. Man, just that and Sky challenging, with that, with raising my daughter as a single pops. And then other than that, getting ready to go to homecoming, man. And my birthday, is October 15th. So I'm coming up on that too. So I'm getting ready for this homecoming. Homecoming is the 24th or 5th or something like that.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's what's up, man. I'm
excited for that.
The 24th of October?
Of October. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Man.
Okay. We less than a month away. So I'm excited. I'm taking Sky. My oldest, unfortunately, didn't really want to go, so that's okay. Maybe next year she'll want to go. But this year we're going. I'm taking Sky. I'm excited. I'm very excited for that. Very, very excited.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That's what's up, man. Congratulations on that, my brother.
That's what's up, DP.
Who we got in there?
That's my cousin.
DP?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. All right, man. Well, I mean, usually I have a video, you guys, on some crazy stuff or whatever. But The only really crazy thing I actually seen that I don't really want to. I really didn't want to get on it. What's your boy's name? The white boy that just got passed, that just got killed.
Charlie Kirk.
Kirk.
Yeah, man.
Yes, yes. You know what I mean? But it's so much mixed feelings about him. I think because of course he was more Republican or whatever. But it was a lot of black people that I've spoken to since then, man. And talk about some of the things he did say that make sense. you know. Either way, I don't think anybody should have to go out like he went out, you know what I'm saying? So condolence to his family as well, you know what I mean? For something like this, man, to happen, regardless whether your political views or whatever, to be assassinated is one of the worst things, in the world, to have to go through. So, yeah, so still, condolence to his family, even though I'm not, agreement on a lot of things that he said, but there have been things I did see, and I'm like, oh shit, okay, that makes sense. But we're not gonna get into that. We're not gonna get out into that political aspect of that or whatever. We're gonna go and get into something more cultural. You know what I'm saying? Something more cultural, and we're gonna go ahead with Fat Boy. Y'all know what time it is. It's History and Blackness with Fat Boy. Let's go, baby. Do your thing, man.
You see it. I had to go dig in the crates for this. Yeah, you see it. No, man. Of course, I am Fat Boy, and welcome to another segment of History and Blackness. Today we have a special one. John H. Johnson. This is an oldie but very goodie. John Harold Johnson, born January 19th, 1918, and passed away August 8th, 2005, was a pioneering African American publisher, entrepreneur, and cultural visionary whose work forever changed media representation in the United States. Born in Arkansas City, Arkansas, Johnson lost his father at a young age, and in 1933, his widowed mother, Gertrude, moved the family to Chicago to give him greater educational opportunities. At DeSable High School, he excelled as class president, student council president, and editor of both the school newspaper and yearbook. Though he later enrolled in classes at the University of Chicago and Northwestern University, his true education came through vision, persistence, and an unshakable belief in the value of Black voices. In 1942, Johnson borrowed $500 secured by his mother's furniture to launch Negro Digest.
Did you almost say MF?
Yeah, no.
Go ahead.
From there, he built a publishing empire, founding Ebony in 1945 and Jet in 1951, magazines that unapologetically celebrated Black culture, achievement, and everyday life at a time when mainstream media ignored them. His company expanded into cosmetics with Fashion Fair, as well as books, radio, and more, making him one of the most influential businessmen of his time. In 1982, he became the first African American man to appear on Forbes 400, and in 1996, he was awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom, known for saying, "When I see a barrier, I cry, I curse, and then I get a ladder and I climb over it." John H. Johnson enduring legacy is not only his publishing empire, but the dignity, representation, and hope he gave to millions across the American community and the world.
That's it.
Yeah. And remember, hold on.
Oh, okay. All right. Oh, you got
I
a little pause there.
Hold on. And History and Blackness reminds us that the story of the ADOS and the African diaspora is of genius, struggle, and triumph, a legacy that continues and shape the world.
That's what's up. That's what's up. History of Blackness, baby, with Fat Boy. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. That's what's up, man. You know he was actually, their parents were slaves. I don't know if you knew that part too. You know, well, it happened. His actual mother and father was slaves.
With direct descendants, or
Yes.
direct, or were actual slaves. His parents were slaves, but he was born in 1918.
Yeah. You know, I know, right? What's good, BP? Thanks. What's good? What we doing for your birthday, Fat Boy?
Homecoming. We go. You know what? We gonna put something together, VP. I might have to pop out on y'all, man. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh no, hold on. What do you mean? What do you mean? Take this KC hat off. What you talking about, baby? What are you talking about? You already know the deal. Hey, I see DJ Greg is on Instagram, man. Come on and comment
Come
on
DJ
this YouTube,
Greg.
baby. Maisha's in the house. Hey. What's up?
What's up, cousin?
Talking about what? Yes, Fashion Fair makeup. Is that still around? Fashion Fair makeup? Is it?
It probably was bought by another company and merged to another company. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
However, it might be gone though.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. All right, man. Well, let's get into it, y'all. Y'all know we're moving kind of fast today. But we're gonna get into this main topic, you guys. This main topic is, as you can see, ways to be more mature in your. Oh no, that ain't the topic. What is the one thing women misunderstood about men? Let us know in the comments real quick before. Wait, so get ahead already. Let us know in the comments, because I do wonder what women would think, that they misunderstand about us, and we can do it vice versa. If y'all want us to know what we misunderstand about y'all. What?
It's crazy about this topic. I can give you a few of them.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, give me something in this until we get something in the comments real quick.
They think they can change men's mind.
Ooh. That's what they misunderstand, that they can change their minds.
Yep, they misunderstand that.
Hey, y'all in the comments, y'all say yay or nay too. Yes or no if y'all agree. If y'all
they misunderstand at times that men too have feelings.
Say it again.
They all jokes aside, I think not all women. Some women misunderstand that men do have feelings at times, or that men have feelings all the time.
Come on.
I ain't trying to.
Marlon said everything.
Yeah.
They misunderstand everything.
Yeah, I agree. I didn't want to go crazy. What you think? Give me some, and then we can really start talking.
All right, before I go into Miles,
man, take this picture down, man.
What picture? Oh, I still got that up there. Hold on, which one? Wait, you don't like the picture, dog?
No, this ain't even the topic.
I know, but still, it's a mature, being mature about a relationship, you know what I mean? But still,
it's understanding, huh?
Yeah, exactly. It's understanding, exactly.
It's understanding. That's what it is.
Exactly. All right, but
yep.
Let me do it.
That's BP, boy.
We'll get to it. I'll get to
it.
Boy. But one of the things that they say, women often misunderstand men, is difference in the communication. Emotional expression. Women may interpret men's silence as a sign of distance, while men might, see it as a need of space to process their feelings. And sometimes I think, when you're in a conversation and then you just don't want to talk no more. For us, what you say? For us, man, I think we have to, especially in a mature situation way, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to sit back and kind of think about what you're going to say next. You know what I mean? Because what you say next could be very, important to this, that conversation. You know what I mean? It's detrimental to what can be said afterwards. You know what I mean? So sometimes you have to sit back and think about it, and before you actually splur it out. And sometimes I think women want us to bam, let us know, talk to us right now, type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Um, and then so for some men, actions, versing words, women often seek, empathy and presence when men may believe that their actions, like fixing things around the house, are sufficient to show love. And sometimes that's some people don't feel like that they, just because he's not his love language isn't, you know, uh communication, or am I saying that right? His love language is not, you know, touchy feely or whatever that you may think, or whatever, to be, him to be insensitive. But his love language could be, making sure that things is working around the house, making sure that you're happy, make sure you ain't got to complain about those things around the house. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of the other things, that I think that they can misunderstand as well. When it comes to that, of course, you still need to handle the household as far as finance too, as well. You know what I'm saying? So don't think I'm using it as an excuse, audience out there, that if you work and you do something for them or whatever, that's okay. You know what I'm saying? And that's your love language. That's the way the communication should be within the relationship. No, that's just part of it. Because still you got to be the man, you got to be the provider, you got to be the protector or whatever, and you don't want to exclude those from the relationship as well. Um, Let me see. I got one more. Stress and burden. The traditional expectation of being the breadwinner can create stress for men, leading to misunderstanding about emotional well-being. And that's basically goes to what I just said before. You know what I'm saying? Just because you're doing the work does not mean, but understand that it is for the women to understand the stress that the guys go through when they're trying to, provide for you. You know what I'm saying? So it's just understanding and communicating within that, perspective or whatever. What did you have some, fat boy? Oh, you hit the
Um,
comments.
yeah, hit them comments real quick because I
Okay,
see some good ones.
because what's Marlon said everything. Mom said no, it was sold to a shoot. Oh, guard named. Oh, what were you talking about though? Brigham, and he gifted it to his daughter. The family no longer owns the company. Oh, you was talking about Black History. Okay, got you. I appreciate you, Mom, for letting us know that. Oh, okay. I see y'all. Y'all was talking within each other on there. I think they cat can change a man's mind. Ooh, ooh. Hey, but this it's vice versa though. I'm gonna have to play devil advocate on that too, because we sometimes think that we can put it down on them and change their mind as well.
That's
You don't
dumb,
think so?
man. Yeah,
You don't think
no,
so?
we do, but that's stupid too.
Yeah. It is
I don't
stupid,
think
but
you can. I don't think sex could keep nobody. It can keep them for a little while, but
mm-hmm. um, and I can only agree by the experience. I can only agree by the experience that I've had with that, to where uh I was in a relationship where basically, yeah, the sex was made me, was good, in which they thought that they could manipulate me into anything or whatever because of that, because I liked it and because, I always wanted
but
it.
when you
So they
wake
feel
up,
like they feel like they got a hold on you. Like, oh yeah, he gonna want this, so he's gonna do what I say, type of thing. But nah, nah.
mm-hmm.
I done matured, I done grown from out of that, of course. Um, the cat can't change your mind no more than the D. Exactly. That's true. That is true.
Pause.
Why you look at that?
Pause. Mama, come on now.
No, that's true though. That's vice versa, dog.
Pause.
No more than the D. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes the D can change my mind. No. Let me stop. The D
Change
can
the
change
mind
your
too.
mind. No. Go ahead, dog. You get this one.
Um, Mom says we misunderstand that how we deliver that how when we deliver information to a man, it's all about the timing and giving him a safe space to communicate and process the information you have communicated to him. I agree. I agree. It was kind of similar to what Fuel read earlier, Mom, in the sense of that women think that a man is going to respond right away. I think some men need time to process. I won't say all men. You have some men that are quick and have the emotional capacity to respond, uh, not necessarily the right way, but logically. However, sometimes it takes some time to gather your thoughts and creating that safe space allows that person to, or allows that man, should I say, to actually express themselves and actually process the information and then be able to either implement or explain or clarify the things that you were saying, right? I think that that's very important. But I also, like Phil said, David's advocate, as we said on this show, I think that's a both-sided thing, right? I think that creating a space for a woman. However, I love the fact that you brought it up, Moms, because I think for men it's expected, for women it's not, and I think that that's where a lot of the misunderstandings come. I think a lot of the misunderstanding, and I'm gonna jump out here with this. I think a lot of the misunderstanding. This is me, my opinion, is that men in some form or some shape are taught how to treat women, right? Women aren't taught how to treat men. They're not taught how to create a space because
you don't think so?
No. Some are because they have fathers and men in their lives, but most women are taught that men are protection and provision, and nothing else comes along with that, right? They're not taught to create a safe space for him. They're not, within that protection and provision comes with responsibility on the other side. So I think that the challenge that we have found in the world, especially in the nation, is that, you know, women want to be wives, and men want them to be their wives, but I don't think women know exactly what that looks like. And I don't think men know what that looks like to expect anything, just because we've been getting bare minimum, because we have not, we misunderstand ourselves. Right, we misunderstand ourselves emotionally. We misunderstand ourselves mentally. We follow a false ideology set by society as well, and so with that, it just allows a lot of miscommunication. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Now, if you guys, you know, the ladies that are watching, if you also want to comment what we misunderstand about y'all, it'll be helpful. Yeah, I love that. You know what I'm saying? So don't feel like we're just talking about us men. You know what I'm saying? It you know, has something to do with you as well when it comes to misunderstanding you. You know, and it may be something that we don't know. You know, so go on and put it in the comment. We'll appreciate it. We'll appreciate it. Another thing is. You don't understand. I don't think a lot of women understand when, you know, even though, say for instance, well, it's mostly the negative thing that you may say in your inner circle about your man that could be hurtful to that man. You know what I'm saying? You know, when girls get together, when y'all get together, whatever, and you know, she's talking about my man ain't doing this, my man ain't doing that, or oh, why can't my man do that, or whatever the case may be. You know, kind of telling the business. You know what I'm saying? Instead of keeping it within the relationship. You know, and sometimes, you know, I know people, you know, you got to vent out. You know, sometimes you got something frustrating venting out. You should be venting out to that man. You know what I'm saying? And rectifying and figuring out that situation and correcting it or whatever. Not running to your girls and stuff like that and be like, oh, you know, he did this and he did that, you know, and getting their opinions from their relationships or whatever that probably ain't even working for them. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. If that makes sense. If that makes sense. All right. Yeah. Shell said he needs to learn his love language and vice versa. He needs to learn the love language and vice versa. Yes. Yes, you know, I mean, yeah, I get it. I get it. Rob is in the house. What's up, Rob? Rob said facts. And then I feel like men are misunderstood. Yes, we are. I think we are.
Yeah, I know we are. I think we misunderstood though. BP goes back to that, and I urge all men, man, therapy, if not
Ooh.
therapy, talking to other men about
Mhm.
emotions and how to respond. Because I think a big reason why we're misunderstood is that we don't have the ability to articulate who we are and how we feel, man. And so a
Mhm.
lot of times we get really upset before we can actually be understood. And what happens is before we can actually clarify or articulate, we are now we're apologizing about our
Mhm.
behavior, and we
Mhm.
never get a chance to really correct the situation or to be understood. So I
Mhm.
think that although it is on women and they have a responsibility, I charge men, as they would say in the Bible, where I call men to start being mindful of the way that you respond when
Mhm.
you feel disrespected, when you feel misunderstood, and
Mhm.
try to find a way to process those emotions in that real time to be able
Right.
to say, hey, articulate, well, kind of right there is what I'm saying. That kind of bothered me and it stung like this. And because
Mhm.
it's things like this is why I don't feel in a safe space. And I think that some women will call you sassy, but I think that the more habit, the more practice that you have, the more understood you will be to yourself, and then you'll have a standard and set expectation where you won't be in a situation where you misunderstood. You
Right.
will, and it's something that I'm starting to grow into too. Right? Is embrace who you are. Embrace
Mhm.
if you're a traditional man, if you whatever you are. Embrace who you are, and if someone can't deal with that, then that's their problem. And there's so many other people out there that can, and I think that that's part
Yeah.
of being understood as well.
I like what Rob said, women keep women single.
Absolutely.
Um and that's really facts. Sometimes you got to be careful of your circle, you know what I mean, when you're dealing with a relationship and you're talking to your friends about within that circle, because sometimes, if they're not happy, they ain't really wanting to see you happy, although they might play like they want to see you happy. That's not normally the case, you know what I'm saying? um Especially if they've probably even been closely to the situation that you were. Now, when it comes to like abuse and stuff like that or whatever, you know what I mean? Then of course, at least I hope you have the type of friends that actually kind of give you good advice and stuff like that or whatever to get away from that person. Not to stay in love with no misery and all that type of stuff. But you still got to watch what you say around your circle of women when it comes to it. It could be, and men could be hating too. Like I said, I don't want to go, just one sided or whatever, but men can hate as well. You know what I'm saying? If they see something good going for you or whatever, fellas or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Sometimes they, want to throw in that negativity or whatever, like, or I see your girl is such and such or whatever. So, nigga, so, you know what I mean? That type of thing. You just never know. All right. Moesha said, did I say it's Maisha? Maisha.
Maisha.
I said, my okay. Men misunderstood that just because a strong woman can do all things, don't mean we actually want to do everything alone.
Mm. Good
You know
stuff.
what? I don't think men misunderstood that. That's just certain men just taking advantage. You know what I'm saying? They don't misunderstood that, understand that. They just taking advantage. Realize that. You know what I mean? Because you're a strong woman or whatever, instead of them being helpful and then growing together, they take advantage of some of the things that they want from you, or out of you or whatever, and feel like because you're using that title of being the strong woman or whatever, that you're going to, do it. You're gonna fold. You know what I mean? That's what some guys think. Real talk, real talk. You know what I mean? So if you're a strong woman in a relationship, you're the strong one or whatever, and he's taking advantage of, because there's times where you're supposed to be the feminine. You're supposed to be treated like the lady you are, the queen that you are. You know what I'm saying? So if he's constantly doing something because you're the strong woman, or using that as a crutch to get what he wants, then that's the wrong person for you. You know, that's my opinion. You know, uh, Dewana, what's up, Dewana? I think that we can misinterpret how men feel and always want them to take the blame. Mm,
Always.
mm,
It's
mm.
always their fault. It's always our fault.
Oh yeah. I mean, but you know what though? That's what keeps a long marriage, from what I hear.
That's always your fault.
It's
That's all.
always our fault. You know what I'm
That's all.
saying?
No,
We
that's all.
better agree. We
That's
better
all.
agree.
That's what's wrong with this. That's what's wrong with the game now, man. And you about to make me start turning into somebody else on here because that's
I
really what's
don't know.
wrong with the game.
Well,
I agree, right,
mhm,
that a man should compromise a lot, because he's the leader, right? And
mhm,
leaders compromise; they are of
mhm,
service, right?
mhm.
However, that's out. That's what's wrong with the game now, man. You got a lot of miserable married men giving bad advice.
Right. Hmm.
It's unacceptable. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, no. And I think men keep men single because you got niggas like that telling you bad stuff. Dog. Just
Yeah.
playing.
She said facts. I don't know which one for the comment there was. Um, Mama Sita Cookies. Mama Sita, she's on there with one of the Frost moms, Frost Girls mom. What's up? We appreciate you
Hey,
joining us
moms,
on
long time no see.
Instagram.
Pop
You need to
out
come
on
up on
us.
right. You need to
Sometimes you
come
gotta
pop up
pop
on
out
this
the
show.
show.
Pop up
Yeah,
on the show. Pop up. You gotta get the pop up. Okay.
yeah.
What was it? It was something else out there. Dang, before I had another point too. Here, let me just go to this one.
Ain't none of them out here, man. This is
Go
what I
ahead.
learned, bro. And
Her
I'm about to
friends.
be
Hold on. Read the
candid.
comment. Read the comment first.
Oh yeah, because I'm about to. It says her friend, if she not the type to cater to the man, will tell her she don't need to do all that, and she will stop because her friend don't like that and feels she shouldn't do that.
Ooh wee. Ooh wee. Can I get an amen on that? That
Hey,
happens. That happens.
you
It does
see,
happen.
making sure I'm speaking.
Well, then
I
this is the thing too, though. This is the thing too, though, Rob. Especially at our age right now. You know, I'm sure women has gone through, our age, gone through a lot of experiences or whatever, to where they actually uh catered to their men before and felt like it didn't work for them. If they feel like that, by them doing this or whatever, now this next person, they got to be harder, they got to be more strict, or not do as much or whatever the case may be. My advice to that, man, and my opinion to that is be you. Don't feel like that you gotta adjust yourself to please anyone or not please anyone. You know what I'm
mm-hmm.
saying? Be yourself. You know what I mean? If you are the person that learned how to be there for your man or for your woman or whatever, don't listen to the outside voices. Don't listen to the outside, because you're being you. You know what I'm saying? But once you ask that confliction of being someone else, just because your friend says it, just because maybe somebody in the family that's not in the relationship says it or whatever, then that's a sign of red flag that's going to cause you to lose that relationship. If you really want it and if you're really in love with that person. You know, so be you. I before we go to this next one, Fat Boy, I I seen something about a lot of people talk about how we give our opinions about relationships that we're not even in a relationship, or we have failed relationships and stuff like that. So I want to make it clear to those that's what they're
Who
watching.
said that? That's in the
Hold on.
comments.
I mean, no, not in the comment. I'll tell you later. But I want to say that I want to make something clear. First of all, we give our opinions. First of all, we have experience in relationships at our age, and that the dynamics of the people that you see as guests or co-hosts on here. You know what I mean? So it's not a fact of it's giving our experience so you don't have to go through the same experience.
Mm.
Giving our opinions so you can have a positive experience, or whoever that you're going to be with when it comes to relationship. And not only that, we're also talking about mental health as well. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to that or whatever, I hope you guys understand the ones that basically says that, oh well, what's the name? He's been divorced, or he's single. That's the dynamics of this show. It's divorced, single, in a new relationship type of thing or whatever. So you can get all that ingredients and make of it for yourself, make it up for yourself. You know what I'm saying? You know, just stir the pot up a little bit. Get your little gumbo when it comes to us. All right.
and to clarify,
yeah. Go clarify that real quick.
Fat Boy is single because he wants to be.
There you go, Fat Boy.
Get it twisted. That's crazy. And you know what? You know what I learned, y'all? If you mind your own, you'll live long.
That part.
Stay blessed.
Nick's in the house. What's up, Nick?
Stay blessed.
Mom said this is true, but she has to be her own person because what you won't do, someone else will.
I swear to you.
Absolutely, Mama. What is this founder unique core service? Unicore. What is that? Mom? Tell us what. You might have to give me some more info about that, later. Nick, like I said, is in the house. Speaking of Nick, y'all already know it's almost time. So, dear brothers and sisters, and before we get into it, here's a word. Look, no, I ain't gonna say that because she's not my sponsor. But we'll be back right after this commercial, y'all.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to TNRCreations.com. I am the proud owner of this phenomenal gift shop. Y'all gotta check us out. We have bags, we have water bottles, we have photo slates, we have name-meaning plaques, and so much more. I would love to have you as a customer. Check us out, TNRCreations.com. Thank you for your support.
Yeah. We're back. As y'all can see, y'all see it's the holidays coming up. So y'all better go ahead and get y'all, cups, whatever that you need to get made, baskets, all that good stuff from TNR Creations. I'm gonna put a link at the bottom so you can get your little discount because you got it from Fuel. All right, so that's what's up. Nick also said, folks barely communicate. So they are misunderstood. Folks can't read minds. No, we can't read minds. And that's the whole point of that we always preach throughout our whole time that we've been on here is communication, and some people just have bad communication. You know what I mean? So anywho, what we got, dog, next? Y'all already know what time it is. It's Dear Brothers and Sister time. And I don't know. Should I do it? Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Here we go, brothers. Dear brothers and sisters, this is about Fuel. Well, not about Fuel. All right. Dear brothers and sisters, what's the most important lesson you took from a past relationship? And did you really learn from it or bring it into the next relationship? Ooh. Fat Boy.
I ain't got into a relationship yet because of what I learned from the last relationship. Honestly, man, you got to be ready. That's what I learned. The biggest lesson that I learned from my past relationship is that you have to be ready. In the sense of, I'm not saying having all your ducks in a row. I'm not gonna say that. You just have to be ready to sacrifice. You have to be ready to communicate. You just have to be ready to do things that you're not normally or used to doing. And so relationships are challenging. People try to make it seem like, all relationships. No, if it's lovey-dovey all the time, there's something wrong. And when it do go bad, I feel bad for y'all because it's going to go crazy because that's life, right? And that's something that I'm learning as I go on my journey, right? Life is adversity. I may have a month where everything is just smooth and I'm like, oh, man, finally. And then I might have 3 weeks of hell, y'all. And what I learned is that in them 3 weeks of hell is what produces that month of peace.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And so that's what I learned from a relationship. And then also how to be more compassionate, how to pay attention to nonverbal cues in my mate and in myself. being honest, but everybody can't take honesty. So
you're saying like have you had relationships before where you wasn't honest and you feel like now saying you learn from that and then you're more honest about
mhm.
things?
Being
Yeah,
honest about anything, like who
yeah,
you are, where you are, not just like about uh, topics or situations, but just
right.
being honest with yourself with the relationship. Should I do this? I should not be doing this. I need to be
Hmm.
doing this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Honesty.
I think one of the most important lessons that I took from my past relationship was me not. I could have worked harder to actually make it work, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? It's kind of like not the relationships that just wasn't going to go nowhere. You know what I'm saying? It was just basically you knew you hit that roadblock and you're not going. But the relationship that I had that was somewhat progressing, but I didn't hang in it long enough to really let
Mm-hmm.
it, you know,
To do that.
yeah, you know what I'm saying, to let it grow, and so basically, and I knew where I left off at. I knew how I messed it up, or we messed it up, because I ain't gonna take all the blame, but where I know where we messed up at, to where in the next relationship, I know that not to do certain things, or to what to do to try to make it better. In a word. Um, Past relationships, I would never put no one before God ever again. That's what's up, Dewana. Yes. Nick said my current relationship. Oh no, she said past relationship was I would never be with an alcoholic. In her current relationship, she's not with an alcohol. I know Greg ain't no alcoholic. We know that. No, I'm just saying. But everybody knows, I know. What's up? LA is on Instagram, man. You need to come on live on Facebook, on YouTube, and comment, man. I see y'all. I be seeing y'all on Instagram, and I be seeing y'all on Facebook. And sometimes when you comment on Facebook, it don't always come up. It just come up on separately or whatever, which it shouldn't, but it does. But bear with us. We'll make it work. We'll make it
I
work.
like that.
Mm-hmm. Pastor Rachel would never. Go here with us.
I like that. Nick says I learned how to communicate because I had a slick mouth. I learned not to disrespect. Do not call out any names. Do not communicate when angry. Good stuff. Yeah, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. I
Mm-hmm.
learned that too as well.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Mm-hmm.
tough though.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, in the mix of the conversation, though, sometimes you do
In real
slip up.
time.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
why
In
you
real
got to get
time.
up out of there.
Yeah, 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 yeah. In real
You got
time,
to
you
learn
do
where to
kind of.
put a pin in and take a walk.
Mhm. But I mean, but sometimes if you know that you got a foul mouth, what I'm saying, that could be controlling. That can be controlled, and because it's disrespectful or whatever. And it's good that you learned that from your past relationship into this next one, or to your next one or whatever. To avoid that, because that does save a lot of BS in the long run. Um, don't let stuff slide. Speak up on the stuff that bothers you. Okay, Taylor H. Don't let stuff slide. I don't know what to say to that. When you say don't let stuff slide, does that cause the conversation to evolve bigger, because one's trying to keep it from, you know what I'm saying? You feel what I'm saying, Fat Boy? Like if somebody's trying to keep, every is trying to be heard. Everybody is trying to be heard. And if you just like, let it slide or whatever, then, well, I'm thinking now. If I let it slide, which I understand by you, Taylor, as well. If I let it slide, then it's going to come up later, and it's going to grow into a bigger relationship or a bigger argument or whatever. Speak up on the stuff that bothers you is an important thing to do. Even though it might not be what the other person want to hear, but it is important to do.
I
So
also
I
think
feel
that
you on that.
it's important to pick the time to do so, and then I also think it's
That
wise to
part,
pick
yeah.
your battle because everything don't need to be spoken. Some things are better left unsaid, but if it's one of those things, kind of like Fuel said,
Mm-hmm.
that is a non-negotiable, something you can't deal with, then I definitely think that you need to speak up on it and put it on the table. I definitely
True,
do. I agree.
true. And Taylor, I 100% agree. That's one of the main things I've learned.
Yeah, Jack.
Mhm. Past relationship, I should leave as soon as I see the red flags and not waste time, especially when you know the red flag is a deal breaker. You know, um, yeah, Maisha, but sometimes somebody, some people try to give it a chance. They see the red flag and they still try to give it a chance, and that's those that basically think they can either change someone or or be changed. I guess. Um, Carrie said, "What's up? What's up, Carrie? Carrie in the house in a long time no see. What's up? Good seeing you." Uh, for both parties, it doesn't always has to be the men to walk away. She can too. Of course, absolutely. Are we men? We ain't man bashing over here, are we? You can't let it slide because it will get bigger later. Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier, Rob. It can get bigger later if you just let it slide or whatever. Um, so yeah. Pick and choose your battles. Don't nitpick. Men. She said men. What are you trying to say? Women, y'all can pick and choose your battles too, Nick. What are you talking about? Don't get me started.
No, for real.
I know, right? Don't get us started.
I see you,
Good to
Carrie.
see you. Yeah, we see you, Carrie. Good to see you too, Carol. Oh, shoot. Shells is on. I see you on Facebook. You got some comments. He needs to learn to love language. Oh, wait a minute. Let me see if I can see
She
it.
put that one up there already.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, it was on here. Okay, my bad.
You missed
All
it.
right. Good to see. All right, man. So as far as you, I mean, what do you think as far as you know, oops, I'm sorry. Because there was a second part of this question as well. Did you really learn from it or bring it into the next relationship?
Well,
you haven't had another relationship since you're bad.
Nope.
That's why we need Litho here. He has more experience.
He had more experience.
Especially with a long marriage and stuff like that or whatever. But I'm sure he'll
and listen. I'm listen, y'all. I am so happy now.
You're happy now? You're happy you're single,
bro? No. That's a whole nother story for another day. But I am, man. I have help. You feel me? Like real help, man, and I'm stressing about other things, but I'm free about other things, man. It is.
What you mean when it comes to your relationship, or?
Yeah, well, no, just life things, but like with the help I have, man, and I wouldn't even put this kind of. I don't even think no woman could not one
handle.
Woman. Yeah, no.
You said what? Can handle? You said. Hold on, did you say not one woman?
Yeah, not
one. You need two women to handle what you got going on, dog?
I'm thinking, hey man, we need to really actually make this a topic because all jokes aside,
that's next week's topic.
Yeah, all jokes aside, I'm thinking about going poly, bro.
Oh shit, we gotta talk about it next week. Y'all heard it. We gonna talk about poly next week.
I don't even know why I said somebody in the group. I forget people really watch our show. It's crazy.
That's gonna be a hot show, dog. I'll probably even advertise it during the daggone week. You know what I'm saying? Because that's gonna be a show. That's gonna be crazy. Going
poly, and not because y'all think
going poly. Yeah, we're gonna find out what you think to come next week. I honestly learned, and I'm still learning. I still don't know about submission. Next topic. Hold up.
That's already an issue.
Yeah, you don't know about submission.
So then you still haven't learned.
You still having problems.
Kind of snarky. You still a little sassy over there.
Something's going on. You ain't giving a full 100% into the relationship. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's a point in time that you have to be submissive to your man, and vice versa.
Hey, niggas gotta be
more so.
Hey, niggas gotta be on the internet is crazy, Taylor. That's crazy.
But seriously though, man, I think I want to get on this because sometimes this is a thing too. You got to be careful of the advantages that you've been taken from when it comes to submission. You know what I'm saying? If some women can be submissive or whatever, and the guy is taking advantage. So you got to recognize when he's just taking advantage of it, or he's actually loving on you because of it. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? There's a difference. So if you're not getting, if his thing is you being submissive toward him, and you're not giving it to him, and you have a reason why you're not giving it to him, then that's a way that means you're gonna have. It's not gonna last. It's not gonna last. It might last for even some years. You might go 7 years. Hell, you might even go 10 years. But at some point of time, there's gonna be a person that's gonna cross this mind and says, you know what, maybe I will be submissive to you. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever it is. You think he ain't gonna take that chance? You ain't thinking if that's what he wants, if that's one of his main things that he's not getting in your relationship, then understand this, lady. The main thing that you have about a relationship that you're not able to give to that man is ingredients to failure of that relationship. Does that make sense? Because whatever I'm not getting from you is the one I'm gonna get it on the sneak tip with somebody else, or you're gonna know I'm getting it from somebody else. And that's why relationships break up. That's why they have this because the women don't want to be submissive for whatever reason. If that's one of the main things that's going on in their relationship, that the man is wanting and you're not giving. So for you not to want to be submissive to that person is because something that he's not doing right, something that he's not doing to the point where he's deserving of that submissive. And if you're not making that communication, I know, right? I'm not to tell. If you ain't making that communication clear or whatever, y'all headed for destruction. Y'all headed for destruction. And I hate that for you, or I hate that for anyone or whatever that I'm talking to now. But it's true. It's real talk. It's real talk. But anyway, let's move on. Yes, I have learned a lot from this.
These comments, I just be over here reading the
comments. I know. She said learned a lot from this marriage. Dawana. What's up we got? Rob's laughing. Polly. Yeah, we did get a whole lot of Polly.
No, for real.
Carrie says, what do you know about Polly? We're gonna get into that next.
We're gonna get into Polly.
so tap in next week.
Game plan too.
Obviously, you said
I got a whole game plan. Yes.
Taylor said you sound crazy.
Yeah. Scam my government on the internet. It's crazy.
Yeah. A whole lot. What? A whole
lot. Boy. Man, listen.
I don't know. I mean, I've been single for a while, man. So,
everyone has their preference.
I'm trying to give it one. One last shot. I'm trying to give it one last shot, man. And if not, I might be with you, fat boy. If this don't work, I'm about to turn it off.
I just don't know how it's gonna look when I bring them both in the church.
Oops. Did you say bring them both in the church?
I got because our family.
Oh, we're gonna have a ball next week.
Our family church.
Oh my God!
Family,
Oh my God! I've learned to watch what I say because that's what gets me in a lot of situations. True. Yeah, that's good. As long as you watch what you said. Latrice, what's up, Latrice? He has to create the space for you to be submitted. Oh, exactly, Latrice. If he's not creating that space or whatever, you're not getting something. That means that you're not getting something. That means he's not getting something, which means y'all headed for destruction. You see what I'm saying? Sooner or later. That's all I'm saying. Nick, I don't understand the word nowadays is what I'm saying.
The word it means the same thing that is meant in the Bible.
Ages, right?
I get it though, Nick. It goes. It all makes sense, honestly.
Maisha said I agree with Latrice.
Okay. Oh, here it is. It's getting steep.
Yep, that crap didn't last, but it's okay. We live, we learn, and I know I was a terrific wife. He didn't want to be submissive to me, and I understand the assignment. So you understood the assignment. I had to read it. I had to read it over again. I'm sorry for the silence.
Cause you
I had to read it over. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So it didn't work for you. You said so.
I do.
Because
I
he didn't
want
want
to point out something too.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Sorry to cut you off, man.
Go ahead.
I do think that men have to understand that there is a form of submissiveness that a man offers to his wife as well.
For sure.
And it goes kind of falls back into our next one, but we ain't gonna into our next comment. However, it is a man's duty to be submissive to a woman and to create a space for her, because you're the leader, and to lead the people you lead and have to be comfortable, have to trust you, and part of them trusting you is being able to place, emotional things on at your feet,
right?
Or you know what I'm saying?
Why does a space need to be created? And Latrice, answer him, Latrice. We want to know your opinion. Why does the space have to be created? To be honest with you, it has to be created because of the fact that if that's something that she needs, something that she wants,
you gotta create it.
You have to create it. You got to understand. You got to listen to what she wants. Sometimes one of the things is listening to what a woman wants, and she not know that you're listening until she found out that you listened.
Mama, in the Bible, it's all kind of polygamy, so I don't want to hear it.
Carrie, you said I'm coming. What you talking about? I missed that. You coming where?
To the show.
Oh, is she? Jesus help me. And in turn, does a space need to be created for a man to treat a woman how she wants, or is it just expected?
Good stuff. It's a good question. I mean, listen, bro.
That's
two things could be true at the same time, G.
Yeah,
but I like that. But no,
sometimes I think it is expected because of the fact that we are supposed to be, at least I grew up being chivalrous, and maybe catering to my woman or whatever the case may be. Not catering to a point where I'm just like doing everything that she says, but let her know, that she's appreciated. Let her know that that she's loved, or that I care a lot about her, or whatever, those type of situations. So yeah, so I mean, I don't know. Sometimes it is expected because of what other people say to others in relationships. As far as the girlfriends or whoever says about their relationship or whatever the case may be. Sometimes it is. Sometimes they do expect it or whatever. But without communication, it don't make sense. Fat Boy, I need you to read your Bible a little deeper because that doesn't work. Sorry. Oh, Carrie, she said she's coming for the Polly show. All right. You come on in. Come on in. And Rob, as women, we need to
married then.
And Rob, this is Latrice and Rob. You want to read it? Go ahead.
It says at Rob, as women, we need to be safe mentally because physically and spiritually, to allow you to lead us. That's what submissive is. In return, yes, a woman needs to be the soft place for you to land as well.
That's real. That was real. Yeah, put Latrice. Exactly. We need to be safe mentally, physically, and spiritually. Exactly. Yes. Robin, what's about to go back and forth in a minute? Go ahead. And Rob, if a man is leading you and covering you, she must feel safe in knowing that you are going to lead her correctly for her to submit. Yes. If we are leading you and covering you in the way that you should be covered, but then they say too, sometimes women are want to be the boss, or if they're the breadwinner. Now, does that work? Does it make a difference who the breadwinner is as opposed to, you both being submissive to each other? Talk to me. Go ahead, Fabo.
It says Atlas Trees, understandable. I just think we get hung up on tit for tat mentality, which is egotistical, and I think we all get hung up on that. Great
Hmm.
points. I think everybody's making great points. This is the real reason why I think that you gotta understand these things when you enter into a relationship, y'all. It is challenging, and not everybody knows how to do these things too. And I heard that you made a statement like earlier, was like, well, he's using you. That's not necessarily true. Some
Hmm.
men never even, when dealing with a strong woman, they could be intimidated, right? And don't know how to adjust to that, and only know one way how to deal with certain things. And I think that it's, you gotta, one, know your person, two, understand what a relationship is and what it requires, and then you gotta understand that people come from different backgrounds and different understandings of what relationships are, their experiences of what relationships are, and although we all have this blanket idea of what a relationship is supposed to look like and what it's
Right.
supposed to feel like, that is not everybody's reality. And I
Right.
think that's something that I learned in a relationship too, is that a lot of arguments stem from the fact that we just come from different places. And
Yeah.
if I understood that and she understood that, we would have been able to understand each other a little bit better, because we wouldn't have been egotistical about it, right, Rob? We wouldn't have been so. It wouldn't have been hard for me to create a space for her, and vice versa. It wouldn't have been hard because we would have understood, okay, I love and cherish this person enough to see it from their point of view. I think the issue is, in most relationships, it's hard to see it from each other's lens because we all protecting ourselves.
Mhm. Now, when I was saying about, as far as my thing is, it wasn't like, I'm saying when you were when someone is taking advantage of you, when you're being submissive or in a relationship, and someone's taking advantage of you because they're not putting in as well as equal. You know what I mean? It's kind of like you're doing everything, or you want this person to do everything, be submissive to you, but not understanding how to be submissive to that person as well. And they don't have to be all the same thing, as long as the conversation between two of what one needs. So like you said, everybody is different. You know what I'm saying? Especially of their upbringing. If you was brought up, uh, uh, especially streetwise. You know what I'm saying? If your upbringing was being hard, being not not soft or whatever in the relationship. Be like, hey girl, do this, do that, or whatever. If you was brought up in the streets like that or whatever, without the upbringing of a parent telling you the right things to do or whatever, yes, and when you get with a woman like that, you have to learn. You have to understand. You have to be able to
In
to
real time.
communicate in real time. Exactly.
In
You know what I'm
and
saying?
this is what I think people understand, Phil. Real time is real time. And
Hmm.
the response that you get in real time is the response that you're going to get until that person no longer feels that way. You feel me? And I talk a lot about this with my cousins and all my female cousins and friends. It's like, a relationship is going to be difficult because the emotional capacity you think men carry, or you think that they have, they don't.
Hmm.
And if you think that you're gonna go out and find these other men that have it, and they just don't, right? Not
Hmm.
all men have it. We're not taught this. We don't have these conversations. We don't articulate our emotions well, and so a lot of men don't understand both being a man submitting to a woman, and that's biblical as well, right? A lot of men don't understand creating a space and what that looks like. And then also, I agree with Rob as well that then it's also blown out of proportion, right? It's an expectation. So before I submit, I gotta feel safe, this, and that. And I think that that's a two-way street. I think that you can't
I
get
don't. I don't. I
something
don't think. No, I
without
don't think
giving
that's a
something.
two-way street. I
I think
mean,
that that's in
because
life, though,
because
y'all.
no, but we're the men. We're
Yeah.
the men. They're the women. So yes, they should feel safe before they should feel these certain ways before they actually take action on how they want to feel for that man and how they want to do for that man. It's not the fact that we should, we are the men. We should make her feel that way or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, you know what I'm saying? When you watch these older movies and stuff like that back in the day where they courted, and then of course you're older, you know, if you got people in your family that they courted their girl, they did these certain things or whatever. You know what I mean? Because the strength of a woman, you know, just by their words or whatever can make or break your relationship. You know, so if being submissive of you or whatever because of how you're treating her, that's going to make the relationship grow. That's going to be a big thing for your relationship. You know, the younger generation is doomed. They look at social media and how to treat their mates or how to be treated by their mates. It's only doomed if yeah. But that's goes to say too. No, it's all who their parents are, who they're, you know what I'm saying, and who they see growing up or whatever, because they can, you know, outshine the social media if they're doing right by each other and stuff like that. They can outshine the social media or whatever if they've been raised. But now, but sometimes, yes, you have single parents or whatever that it makes it harder to do, you know what I mean? But as far as the generations coming up and they have their both parents or whatever, I think they can learn from them, you know what I'm saying? Because they do learn and understand or teach their kids, or hope they teach their kids, that social media is not always the answer to everything. And it's not the answer to everything. Like, you know, us, our opinions and stuff like that, it's our opinions or whatever from experiences that we've had and we've done, whatever. But you're going to have to go out and live your life the way that you know best, whatever. But want to try to add some positivity from what you get from here. You know, that's what I do.
I hear a lot of the younger generation, Nick, and you know, but I think that the older generation needs to take a little accountability for what we see out here. Because we didn't learn this on our own, and we didn't learn this just through social media, because the people who put it on social media learned it from the people before them. And I hear a lot of people talking about the old days. They was marrying their daughters off the old men, because they had a house and stuff. So let's not talk about the old days. Like,
I mean, but now,
hold on.
I get it. I get what you're saying.
It was courting, but Mr. Charles was courting a 16-year-old little girl.
But
let's talk about it.
That was only in certain areas or certain
most of the time.
Or certain religion. What you mean? Like, you talking about
back in the day?
As American people, that's how we didn't marry people off like that.
Is you crazy?
Certain religion, I don't know.
Have you ever?
I don't know. We're looking at that. We gotta get into that.
Read The Eyes of Watching God? That is a thing.
We're gonna look into that. Yeah.
Women have been getting married off. So that's what I'm trying to say. I think that there's a false presence of history too. Right? This is being reoccurring. Yes, the black family was more stronger back then, but grandpa used to have side families. He might have been beating up on grandma. You get what I'm saying? Grandpa probably was an alcoholic. He made her work and gave her all her money, but he probably drank most of it up. And the reason why he came home and gave her all her money is because he drank the last 2 checks, and she had to go get another job to pay the bills.
But that goes all back to as that also goes back to as how, you know, certain generations was raised, or how certain, you know, eras of people, you know what I'm saying, was raised, you know, because of course more and more, you know, you have single families household now, you know, than you have ever before, you know, and that grew from the 60s and from all the way up, or whatever the case may be, you know what I mean? So I get what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. Mom said, I just feel like part of being submissive on both ends, men and women, is that part of being submissive is trusting that person without necessarily knowing.
Good stuff, Jack.
Yes, exactly. Mm-hmm. All right, we're about to get up. We got a lot of comments going on here. Even as a breadwinner, you're supposed to submit one to another, but allow him to be head as the man of the house. Yes, even if you make all the money, still respect him and submit to each other. Exactly. But you can be the breadwinner. I think we give it. This is just my opinion. If you're the breadwinner, I'm gonna treat you. And you really don't have to be the breadwinner, really, be honest with you. But I'm definitely going to treat you with the utmost respect, with the utmost submission that I can, or as submissive as I can to that person, or whatever, no matter whether she's the breadwinner or not. You know what I mean? But I understand what you're saying too, as a man though, and being the head of the household or whatever, there is a part of submissive that you need to, endure or put into that relationship. Say for instance, like, never mind. We'll get into that later. I don't want to get into that. Never mind. Yeah, I had something on mind, but it would start a whole nother conversation. I knew my comment would make it as a topic. Right? Yep, true that. C-Fuel, that's the thing. It's expected we act accordingly, while we have to wait for a woman to be the woman we want.
Exactly.
You don't know. You
absolutely. Because
no, if it's an act, no. If it's an act, when you say act, you said act accordingly. If it's an act, then it's not you. Be you and understand those things or whatever that's needed, or what the woman needs to understand you or feel secure by you or whatever, so she can be submissive to you. But if you feel like that you're acting accordingly or whatever, and so to speak or whatever, then that's not. I don't see that you being you. You just being acting accordingly, and people can see through that.
By creating a space is acting accordingly, though, Phil. Right?
Okay.
That's you. So I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
We need to go on in these relationships, both parties doing service to each other off the back.
Off the back.
Parents only have so much weight. Peer pressure is a MO. Yeah. Peer pressure for sure. Social media and technology gives you more access, cheat, and want to live as others, keeping up with the Joneses type thing. Poly?
Yeah, nah.
Is that where they're getting that poly from? Nah. All right.
Nah, man,
I ain't gonna get into that. We gonna get into that, dog. The color purple Harpo who came to get silly. I know. Right. No, not act as acting, not as an actor. Come on.
Yeah.
I know what you meant, Rob. I always got to be the. I always got to throw a little something. All right, man. Lance, I see you.
Off the back.
I appreciate you. Yeah. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys watching. Definitely, y'all got to tune in next week, because I gotta see what this poly is about with Fat Boy. We making a new turn.
My mama gonna kill it with the Bible. She can't come to the next show.
No, mom's gonna be there too.
Yeah. For the next show.
Oh yes. Yeah, you already know.
Don't even come on there.
She's gonna be all that. She's gonna
find a way in the Bible. I'm gonna find a way. It's gonna be in there somewhere.
Right. Well, we back, y'all. We're back same time next week. We're gonna be doing it again. We're gonna get back in the groove of things. We had a little vacation, so we appreciate all of y'all that came in today. We got quite a few people here and quite a few comments, man. So I appreciate that y'all still there hanging with us. You know what I'm saying? Your dear brothers and sisters, firedupbroadcasting@gmail.com. Go to firedupbroadcasting@gmail.com. You can do a little small minute recording, 30-second recording, ask the question, and we will put it on the show. All right. So that's what's up with me, man. What's up, Fat Boy? What you got?
Phil always stealing my damn lines.
Oh, that one was yours too? I thought that was Liz. My bad.
He always stealing my lines, man. Nothing, man. I'm happy to be back, man. Thank y'all, Rob, Big O, of course, Nick, Dewana, Moms, everybody, Carrie, everybody who tuned in, man. I thank y'all. Every show made it interesting. Nick, you spiced and sparked it up in here. And that was good, man. I appreciate y'all. Next week, man, make sure y'all tap in. Since Black Lift is not here, make sure you tell a friend and tell a friend and tell a friend. And make sure you send it, and then send y'all prayers up for Black Lift, man. Black Lift has been born through it with his mom and his wife, and so keep him in your prayers. Continue to lift him up, and then that's all I have to say, man. I love y'all, man. I love Fuel, man. I love my co-host.
What's up?
So Black Lift, hold your head. Stand tall, brother.
Yes, sir. And that's gonna do it for us today, y'all. And then remember, if they're talking about you behind your back, they're behind you for a reason. Hey, we gonna get it right one time.
Off the back, off the back, off the back.